Hello and welcome to Party at the Football House podcast.
What's going
We are
on?
your hosts, Jackson Delfox and Nate Amaya.
Yes, sir, the one and
And on
only.
today's episode, stop cutting me off, bro. On
Sorry,
today's episode,
so excited.
we will be giving you guys insight on what to expect with our new podcast, from stories about college to the NFL to music. The sky's truly the limit. Nate, I'll give you the floor to sit there and talk about our first topic.
All right, man. So, first thing we're going to be talking about is the Game of the Year nominees that are going on right now. Right now, everybody's going to be voting for the Game of the Year. And, Delphos, I don't know if you know, but obviously Spider-Man 2 is my game. I mean, I'm a big Spider-Man fan guy myself. I love Spider-Man. He's the best hero. Really, there is, like, no other hero has the responsibilities, has the heart, has the powers and the will to keep this man from going. Because every time he gets knocked down,
I bet nobody could have guessed that you were going to say that.
oh yeah, nobody could guess. Nobody could really guess those. But here are the nominees for the Game of the Year right now, and I want to know if you know any of these games that are on here. So first, obviously, for the Game of the Year, we have Marvel Spider-Man 2. Obviously, that has my vote. There's also Resident Evil 4. I don't know if you played that. I didn't play that because I didn't. I'm not a big Resident Evil guy. It's a cool, like, I'll watch the walkthrough barely. It just doesn't get my interest. Another game is called Alan Wake 2. I mean, it looks like it's I don't know what it is. I've never heard of it.
I'm pretty sure it's called Alan Awake.
Where the fuck Alan Awake. Yeah, it's a stupid name. 2.
Pretty sure it's Alan.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
the other one is called Baldur's Gate 3. Now, everyone thinks that this is the favorite. I have never heard of this game in my life, and the fact that there's 3 of them bitches is beyond me. But it looks like a sorcery game where it has like dragons and shit, and like I don't like I said, it doesn't interest me, and it's a PC game, which isn't fair, and we'll get to that later because I think that the Game of the Year should be a console game than a PC game. Because you have all these fucking PC nerds voting for this stupid fucking Baldur's Gate shit. And they haven't touched a console. I think it's easier to play a video game on a controller than it is on a keyboard. Because I fucking try to play Counter-Strike 2 on the fucking keyboard, and that shit just pisses me off. I can't move my mouse as easy as I can move with my controller, and I couldn't imagine cracking 90s of fucking Fortnite in the fucking on the keyboard. So all you gotta do is hit 4 buttons, WASD, and then whatever the fuck you gotta do for your maths and crap. But another contestant is Super Mario Bros. Wonder in that game. I don't know if you've seen that game, but that game is it's just like basically a 5-year-old dude. Like there's no point. There's grown men, 40-year-olds creaming over this Super Mario game. I can't fucking understand it. And then The Legends of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. So obviously my vote goes to Spider-Man. Which vote do you think that you would be voting? What game would you be voting for?
Well, considering I've played none of those and heard of maybe one of those, I'd probably have to give it to Spider-Man.
I
to
bet.
be honest, probably more up my alley.
Exactly, because when the first Spider-Man game came out, it was going for the Game of the Year, but we lost to Zelda. Now I'll tell you what, if I won't lose to Zelda again, and I'll be damned if I lose to Mario. And it's just I don't understand how I've never heard of Baldur's Gate, and it's scary because I never heard of this motherfucker, and I barely see any advertisement of this game, yet they're the Game of the Year. So like it's.
Well, somebody said it's like Skyrim meets God of War is pretty much what I heard it was compared to. I mean, I'm a huge God of War fan, and
yeah, do look like
I've seen it in like the PlayStation store. Like there kind of was like an interest to get it just because like I think video games have gotten to a point where it's more about the online play than it is like the story mode stuff.
Yeah.
And I think like every once in a while you need to sit there and you need to take a break from, wanting to rage playing against some 9-year-old that somehow is better than you.
That
So
whoops your ass.
yeah, that's about where I'm at, dude. I've almost put a hole in my screen a time or two on Fortnite and Call of Duty. Now we got that Modern Warfare 3, so that'll be interesting to see how long that lasts before I stroke out.
Yeah, before dude, because oh my god, and the amount of space that it takes is beyond me, dude. It takes so much fucking space. I literally, on my Xbox, I literally have no other game that I could play other than Call of Duty. I had to delete literally every single one of my games in order to download that motherfucker. It's so fucking stupid. But here's the next one: best game direction, which is awarded for outstanding creative vision and innovative and in-game direction and design. So basically, like, it's fucking going the right way. We have Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Spider-Man, Super Mario Bros., and Legend of Zelda. So once again, I'm voting for Spider-Man. And if you haven't noticed, Spider-Man also got nominated for 7 of them. And
I don't know any of these, dude. I don't know any of these games, so I mean, yeah, I would probably have to go. I mean, I've seen the graphics and stuff for Spider-Man, so I mean, like, and especially with all the movies that have come out over the years, from Tom Holland and or rewatching the Tobey Maguire ones and all that stuff. I mean, I definitely think that they got a good selling point for doing what they're doing right now. I think, what was that, or was this one, or was it the last one that was that Miles Morales?
Well, this is the second game of the Spider-Man, or the first Spider-Man, but the Miles one was basically like his first game. Like, it's weird, because everyone's saying that this is like the sequel to a movie, but really, like, it ain't, because we had Spider-Man, the video game, and then we had the Miles video game where it was just Miles' story. And then we have Spider-Man 2, which is basically both of their stories combined. And, like, Miles growing up and all that shit. Like, cause he's already Spider-Man for a couple of years. And I don't want to spoil anybody that hasn't played the fucking game yet. But the game's been out for a couple for a couple months now. So if you haven't really seen it or played it, your loss. But the way how they're going to make Spider-Man 3, maybe, or if they make a Miles 2, is going to be crazy, because the original Spider-Man in that universe is, like, he's basically retiring. Like, he's chilling. He's letting Miles take over the city. Because tell you what, once they make a new video game, and if they kill Spider-Man, I'm going to be a fucking shambles, dude. Because the game just gets you. It just gets you, dude. It makes you cry and shit. I fucking cried so many fucking times. But anyway, the next one, I just fast forward a couple ones because there are like some that I just don't fucking know, is innovative and accessibility. We have Diablo IV, which is Diablo 4. I think that's what IV is. 6, because V isn't V5.
I mean, thank God for Google.
Well, that Diablo game. Then we got Forza.
I'm glad you took that. I'm glad you took that whole Roman numeral system up, because I would have looked like an idiot, but now you look stupid as fuck.
But you didn't know either. Don't act like that you knew what it was.
I don't know, but you took it on.
And then we got Forza Motorsport, which I do. It depends. Like a good racing game, is pretty decent, but it just depends on my mood if I'm gonna sit down and just play a racing game. There's another game, and it looks like an anime game. It's called Hi-Fi Rush. Never heard of it. Spider-Man 2, Mortal Kombat 1, and Street Fighter 6. So out of those, which one would you vote for?
Ooh.
It's like...
What the fuck am I voting for again?
Innovative accessibility, which is basically like... It's a hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. So even like basically like the best game where everyone can play. I don't think Diablo is best for everybody because I don't think I would let my 5-year-old play a game called Diablo. Spider-Man easily, racing, yeah.
I think if you look at like if you look at Mortal Kombat in Street Fighter, the common theme is just you're just sitting there and it's about who's hitting the buttons faster. For me personally,
Yeah.
you know, you can give the controller to a 4-year-old and tell him to hit square as fast as he can, and he has a chance of winning. So I mean,
yeah.
I think if you're talking about accessibility for everybody, like just a game that everyone can play, I think those two are pretty easy. You know, with Spider-Man and stuff, like, you know, there's a lot of, I'm assuming if it's anything like how it was on the PS2 and stuff back in the day, or the PS3, I forget which one it was, but, you gotta, you know, when you're sitting there, you're shooting around the city and, you know, the missions and taking people out, like, I feel like there's stealth stuff and all this other. I mean, I could have all of this wrong. Like I said, I have no fucking clue. But
if it was Batman, you probably.
I definitely think in terms of like accessibility for people. I know for a fact what Batman would do. The Arkham Knight games were no joke, dude. But besides that,
so weak.
I think if you're talking about like those games in general, I think Mortal Kombat's an easy skill set. You know, it's like you can sit there and you can play with just 2 buttons and stuff. You know, as long as you know, play a couple, you get the understanding, or if you know who you're playing against, and
yeah, that is true.
You get a feel for like what their moves are. So I'd probably give it to them. I'd probably give it to Mortal Kombat just strictly off of, you know, you can kind of cheat, I guess.
It is true, because I don't know if you saw Mortal Kombat, the new game, Omni-Man, OP character. Like, if you face that motherfucker, you're damn near gonna lose, unless if you know how to play the fucking game. Because he's OP. Like, if the motherfucker floats, you're done. If you swing while he's floating, he's gonna fuck you up with like a 30-piece combo. Like, he's gonna knock down your health. If you just literally just like fuck up one move, dude.
3-piece combo and up.
He's so fucking OP. Another award is the best ongoing game. And you know, you should know a couple of these games, you old fuck. We have Apex Legends. We have Cyberpunk 2077. We have Final Fantasy XIV. I am not even going to attempt what the fuck number that is. We have Fortnite. And then we have Genshin Impact. And then, you think so? You think it beats Apex Legends and Final Fantasy? Because, you know, there are going to be a lot of nerds that are going to say Final Fantasy.
Okay. Well, fuck both of those games. They're trash. And if you play them, you're trash. I'm sorry. Final Fantasy, I watched like 2 seconds of a video to figure out what the fuck it was, and that's 2 seconds of my life I'm not getting back. Apex Legends, dude, I think is the stupidest battle royale game that has ever been created. Ever. If I wanted to sit there and play Halo, I'd play Halo, bro. That's all I need.
Not Halo. Say. First of all,
if any of you motherfuckers got a problem with that, you can go and send me a chat and explain to me what the fuck I'm not seeing, because I don't.
Because, dude, you already know one person in that friend group that just loves to just fucking all over fucking Apex. Every fucking day. Because Apex is so stupid.
Yeah, he two-hands that shit.
Every fucking day. Like, imagine, like, you're bored. Like, dude, he's... every time that he's bored and he got nobody on, the first game that he always pops on is Rocket League. One, if you still play Rocket League in 2023, you need to fucking grow up, because that game is too fucking old for your ass. All you do is play a fucking soccer. You might as well just play fucking FIFA. And I guarantee you, if you play FIFA, you're not going to be that fucking good, because you can't understand any of the fucking controllers. And then if you play... Oh, I forgot what it was. Oh, Apex? You might as well play Fortnite, and you might as well play fucking P-Hub. I'm not P-Hub. PUBG, because it's the same concept. Just because you could have little special fucking powers, oh, cool. Yeah, you can make clones of yourself. You can make a fucking zip line from here and there, bitch. No, you can fucking hit somebody like this. Stupid game. Apex is always in the bottom of my list. I would never, ever download that fucking game ever in my life again. Oh,
and you want to know what these motherfuckers would say and shit, dude?
What do you
They'd
say?
be like, well, clearly you're not smart enough. You're not quick enough on the sticks. You're just stupid. Yeah, I am. And I don't have fucking time to figure it the fuck out, dude.
And I think you can only go to like 3 squad. Like you can't go to 4.
I loaded that game up 2 times. 2 times I loaded that game up. And that's when I still had Xbox, dude. I was playing with Nick and Brock. And I put that shit on, dude. And I tell you, after the second game, deleted off the console, left the party, didn't never played again. I was just like, no, not today, not today.
Oh,
fuck that game.
All right, this is due. The next one's the best fighting game. There's fucking Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2. Like there's like fucking games like that, but I'll do the 2 that are like basically like most likely gonna win. Yeah, Mortal Kombat 1 or Street Fighter 6. Which one would you vote for best fighting game? Mine would probably
Mortal Kombat guy.
Yeah, it would be Mortal Kombat just because one is looks more realistic. You get to actually see the blood.
Well, I think the other thing on top of it too is that wasn't it Street Fighter used to be like a arcade game, didn't it?
Yeah.
Like back in the day?
Yeah, back in the day.
That's all I will ever see it as. I think a Family Guy episode did that. Yeah, it was definitely a Family Guy episode. I can't get that out of my head.
Round 1, fight! Go, go! You lose!
Fuck you, Lee. I hope you fucking lose in fucking fantasy every fucking week.
Hey, shout out Lee, go fuck yourself.
Oh, don't worry. I wanna talk shit about hello motherfuckers. And then Sonic too, like dude, Sonic, like honestly, if you're a fan of Sonic, like really, you still like want to drink your mom's milk. Like, dude, you just need to grow up. Like, I can't imagine just liking a hedgehog. Like, if you like a hedgehog, then you might as well just like a fucking like Mario. Like, I don't know why Sonic players don't like Mario at all. Fucking Sonic. Our next one that we got here is best sports / racing game, which is not really fair because there's only one sport in this fucking category. You have EA Sports FC 24, which is basically soccer. You have F1 23, Forza Motorsport, Hot Wheels Unleashed 2, Turbocharged, and The Crew Motorfest. Which one would you vote for? Me,
I refuse to vote for soccer. I will never vote for soccer.
What you got with
so
soccer?
Put me down for fucking Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
Give me Hot Wheels. I ain't fucking voting for soccer.
It was funny that that's who I voted for too. I was like, hey, let Hot Wheels get the fucking dumb dude. Oh, because I was like, dude, I've never seen that game before. I was like, oh, I want to play that fucking game. Best adaptation. So basically, like, what was the best video game that turned into a movie or TV show? We have Gran Turismo, which I haven't watched yet, but it looks great. Do you know what that movie is? You don't know what
It
that movie is.
sounds anime-ish.
More, no, not really. It's like, it's based on a true story. It's where a guy plays PlayStation like Forza, and he's like the number one guy like in racing on video games. But then he got like nominated or something by the actual like NASCAR people. Like, I'm gonna butcher who the fuck it is, but they called him up saying like, "Hey, do you want to actually do a race?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure, why not? If I could do one in a video game, I could do this shit in real life." And that motherfucker damn near would have died.
Yeah. I've
Yeah.
seen the commercial for that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
that
seen the
movie.
commercial
I
for that.
want to see that movie. And it looks pretty good. It looks pretty like, dude, like a video game coming to life basically. Then we have The Last of Us, which was a pretty great show. I don't know if you saw that show. I loved it. And then we have the Super Mario Bros. Movie. So which one would you vote for?
I gotta give it to The Last of Us.
The Last
dude.
of Us. It was a
The
great
Last
show.
of Us. No question there.
It was a great show. What's it called? Pedro Pascal, I think that's his name, the actor. The guy. Dude, I fucking love him.
Mm-hmm.
Rumor has it.
Mandalorian.
Yeah, the Mandalorian. Rumor has it. He's supposed, right now, it isn't confirmed, but it was trending on Twitter that he's supposed to be Reed Richards as the Mr. Fantastic. Which, I love him.
What are you looking for me to? You looking for me to go crazy? My bad.
Well, because
Mr. Fantastic. Isn't that's a stretchy guy? Isn't
yeah, the stretchy guy. But you see, like, you saw
Ooh.
Multiverse of Madness. Yeah, I know. You see Multiverse of Madness where you saw John Krasinski. He played Mr. Fantastic, and he looked exactly like the motherfucker. One thing that pisses me off about movies is that they can't... Like, yeah, it's going to be hard to find a motherfucker that looks exactly like the character in the comic book. But when you have an opportunity where the guy literally looks like Mr. Fantastic and you don't cast him as him, it's just crazy.
So another topic on the podcast, we're going to try and sit there and pick certain days to talk about certain things. We kind of want to hit all horizons that we've talked about in doing this. And one of those is pro sports. Right now, the main focus being the NFL. You have a lot of talk shows and stuff that, sit there and they'll talk about, the same old thing, stuff going on with injuries, all that stuff. We'll hit, our points on that. We'll talk about some, dark horses that are going to maybe make it to the playoffs.
Dark horses.
Rookies that are showing out.
Rookies.
So, yeah, the first topic that we're going to talk about in the NFL, unfortunately, is the lovely couple Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
Oh man!
Now, before we sit here and we get, I don't think we would get canceled, but I definitely think no one's gonna watch this after this. I'm gonna give the floor to probably the biggest Taylor Swift hater I've ever met. So Nate, the floor is yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, so Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are making it a lot more official now. When I think about Travis Kelce, I think about a great athlete. Everybody knows who Travis Kelce is. The best tight end that we have right now that's playing, other than Gronk. Because I think, me personally, Gronk is my number one tight end. He was just a dog. He's just a dog. I mean, no other tight end could really do what he did. Like, motherfucker is just too fucking big and great player. But Taylor Swift. Now, I have Travis Kelce on my fantasy team. And if anybody watches this, you could clip this everything that I'm gonna fucking say, and you could even send it to what is the podcast called? The Kelce podcast. What are they called?
Don't send it to New Heights.
Oh.
I want them to like you if we ever fucking made it big. So
No, listen.
That's your battle, bro. That ain't mine.
No, listen. New Heights. You can send it to New Heights, and maybe they could react to this. Because, oh, dude. Taylor Swift, her existence pisses me off. And ever since, Travis, you started dating her and it became public, you have been giving me... Let me look at my fantasy points, huh? Because before, you've been dropping 20 every single fucking game. You've been carrying my team for a long time now. But Travis, these last 2 games, week 7 against the Chargers, you dropped 35, banger, because fucking Taylor was at the game, and you were like, oh, you want to do everything. You looked out of the stands, but like, oh, look, she's over there. Oh, it's such a cute moment. And I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you actually found somebody. Actually, I lied. I'm happy that you're happy. I'm not happy that you chose her, because you could have chose any other girl in the fucking world, dude. Any other fucking girl. And then week 8, you face the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos, what is their record? They aren't good. They have Russell Wilson as a fucking quarterback. Their team is, where are they? They're 4-5. And they only beat, who do they beat? They beat fucking, they lost to the Chiefs. Oh, yeah, they lost to y'all. They beat the Bills by 2 points, crazy. They beat the Packers. They lost to the Jets.
They beat the Chiefs.
No.
They're the Kingslayers right now.
No, they
beat the Chiefs 24-9.
They didn't. Not this year.
They beat the Chiefs
24-9. Oh shit,
what
they
did.
did.
What are you talking about?
Oh shit, they did. Prime example.
You better fucking get your brain in order, dude. If you're gonna sit there and you're gonna throw shots like that,
you lost to a team. You lost to a team that the Dolphins dropped 70 points on. I don't give a fuck. You lost to a team that dropped 70 points, and the motherfucker, they could have broke the fucking record, but their coach was a little bit hard. You gave me week 8 against the Denver Broncos 11 fucking points, and you know why? Because those past 2 weeks, Taylor went to your fucking game. You gave me 21 points, and then you gave me 35. She must have gave you a really good fucking moisty-ass fucking kiss before that fucking game for you to drop me those 35 points. Then she wasn't there. You gave me 11. Ass. I was baffled. You were the only tight end that I got in my fantasy because everybody else took the other tight ends. I gotta fucking get the Eagles tight end, Emit. Ass. The Cardinals, like this week, I debated about starting the Cardinals tight end because I'm not sure if Taylor is going to be at the game for you to fucking perform. But the fans was like, oh, I trust how is Kelsey going to deal with the Eagles. Kelsey would deal with the Eagles if fucking bitch-ass Taylor Swift is in the fucking stadium. And then you face Miami. You gave me 4 points. I'm going to need you to listen to me, my guy. I am happy that you have dated Taylor Swift, but Taylor Swift is so fucking irrelevant. The only reason why she is famous right now is because she gets into a relationship, gets heartbroken, and then she makes a song about a dude. It is easy to make a fucking song about dissing whoever you fucking date. I can make a fucking song about all of my exes, and I guarantee if I did it, it ain't gonna be as popular as fucking Taylor Swift. Like back then, I forgot what year it was, if it was the Grammys or what event it was, but whenever Kanye West interrupted Taylor Swift because it was rather Taylor Swift or Beyonce winning in an award. I forgot
for the VMAs.
The VMAs. Everybody thought Beyonce was gonna win, but fucking Taylor Swift won. Kanye came in that motherfucker. He was like, "Congrats, Taylor, blah blah blah." But baby Taylor Swift, I mean fucking Beyonce should have won that shit, and I will stay to this fucking day.
Time out. Let me throw my 2 cents.
Yeah,
throw
2 cents because Taylor
Swifties, never fear, Jackson is here.
There's no way.
I think what those two got going on is perfect. And why I say that is, why I say that is, if you sit there and you've kept up with Travis Kelce's life and all that stuff, you know, since college when he got in there, he had that dating show where he was dating like 50 chicks from 50 states or whatever. Yeah. I threw that on, but like, the one theme that I've caught on, especially after watching that Kelsey documentary with Jason that I made you watch and shit, because I thought that's actually a good topic that we should talk about. Put more people on that, because
great documentary.
Party at the Football House podcast is literally based off of, obviously we were both college football players. We were both offensive linemen, and that movie just embodies
Should have been a D lineman, but yeah.
what type of guys offensive linemen are. I mean, he's in when it comes to all of that. But besides the point, I think that Travis and Taylor, in all honesty, now, the thing that ruined it for people, and why I think people like you think the way that you do, is how the NFL sat there and pushed that whole agenda with throwing her every goddamn second of the game. They started playing her music, all that other stuff. Like, here's the whole thing with all that, man. Like, the thing that separates Travis from all those other douchebags that she dated in the past and shit was, one, he appreciates her, but he's a private guy, but he's a private guy. I guess private wouldn't be the word that I would use. I would say he goes about his business like an average Joe.
Yeah.
That dude's flyer than fuck. I mean, he's got swagger that no one on this earth will ever have.
Like Ice Smash.
But he is normal. Like, he doesn't act like a celebrity. He acts like the same guy that was born and raised over there in, Ohio.
Yeah. Just a kid.
I think that's kind of where, like, they connected. But dude, the dude shot his shot. Think about that shit, dude. You're telling me that this man sat there, okay, as famous and as great of a football player as he is with all that stuff, this man had a mission to get a friendship bracelet to probably the queen of all queens.
Whoa.
He tried shooting his shot. Whoa. Now, here's the oh, no.
No.
Let me talk.
She is not. No, she is not. She is not the queen of queens.
He shot his shot with the queen of the fucking world.
No.
What? He had a whole fucking finger out there.
He could have went to anybody. He could have went to anybody. What would you rate Taylor Swift? What's your rate to her? Fuck no, she is not a 10. Do you know what she looks like? She is not a 10. She is not a 10. She got, dude, her body figure, baffling. Her face structure, I'm pretty sure she got a long ass nose. Dude, and her smile, she looks like a fucking what is that old cartoon? Him as a Grimmett. She looks like one of those characters. That's what she looked like. She got messed up teeth. She smiled like that. Show her Timmy Turner fucking teeth that she got there. She is not a 10. She is definitely like a 6 max. And her popularity pushes her to maybe an 8. But she is not. She is not all that. She ain't got no butt. She ain't got no chest. Her looks are very vague. But she is not the queen of queens. If we're talking about queen of queens, it's gonna have to be fucking Beyonce. That is just top tier. If anything,
Get out of here.
He could have chose Ariana Grande. He could have chose Kim. He could have chose Kim Kardashian. He could have chose anybody. He could have chose a Tinder date.
Do you want your fucking career to end? That's why you didn't choose Kim Kardashian, motherfucker. What the fuck happened to what's his face?
What happens to Taylor Swift? What does she do? What does Taylor Swift do? She ends people's lives. I guarantee you, if he sneezes the wrong way, she's gonna make a song called "The Sneeze of '87." It's gonna be fucking something. It's gonna be something that she's not gonna like about the motherfucker. No. And then she's gonna make a whole mix. And that's just what I don't want. Travis is a great guy, and I know he's gonna treat her right, and he's doing it the right way. And even though like everybody's getting to his business, he's trying to keep it as preserved as he can. But even like his brother is like even like on him, because obviously like they have their own podcast, so they were bound to fucking talk about it. And I can't wait, and I hope that they do, because if they do it, they're gonna make hella money. If they could manage to get Taylor Swift on their podcast, dude, I just made them just like $1 million fucking dollars right there. But they would never do it.
Well, now we know we're never getting her on here because of your fuck ass.
I would not want her on my on my Discord.
Yeah, didn't think that one through, jackass.
No, man, we can have everybody in this fucking thing. But we are not having no Twitter. So, and her fan bases are annoying, dude. It's just the fact that, like, they, as soon as they started...
The fan base, I can sit there and I can agree. The thing...
They're annoying.
Thing about Taylor Swift is she has a similar following. I think the easiest thing to compare it to is like when Michael Jackson was still around and stuff. Like when people would find out what hotel he was at, I mean, they blocked the streets off. Like there'd be more people in the street than that would be at his concert, or would look like a concert or something like that. You know what I mean, dude? She just like. You got to think about it, man. She struck fame at such a young age, and like her development with music for sitting there and making country music, and she was really fucking good at country music. And then
she fell off
as she was getting older and stuff.
She fell off.
It's not that she fell off. It's that country music started to disown her. So she sat there and she said, "All right, well, I'll make
her shake it off." And look what that happened. A bust. It turned into the most annoying song. That's all she got is hella annoying songs. She's got more money
than you, your kids' kids, your kids' kids' kids, your kids' 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 kids, your kids' 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 kids. And all of it, dude. She balled out for it. The thing that I don't like for them is. Like I said, the NFL fucking using that shit, dude. Mm-hmm. I tell you what, if they sat there and they were dating and all that stuff, and they weren't showing around the goddamn camera fucking 20 times a game where you're you're missing, the first and 10s on
and the touchdowns.
It's not her fault. It's not his fault. It's the NFL's fault. Yeah. It's NBC. It's CBS. It's all those people just sitting there and they keep pushing and pushing and pushing. Like Travis went on New Heights and he had said like that it had got to be like too much like with the NFL. Like he wishes that they'd sit there and they back off a little bit, or I don't know if that was the exact wordage, but I mean, I think you get where I'm going with it.
Yeah.
And he had said, like, they put something about her in the bio. Like, first of all, let the man figure out if, this is going to sit there and work. 1. 2, why the fuck are you juicing this, dude? Why are you, you have one of your biggest moneymaker players. Jerseys getting sold. People are traveling lengths of the country to go see the Kansas City Chiefs right now. Mm-hmm. To go see Mahomes and go see Kelsey play. Mm-hmm. They got all that stuff, man. Like Patrick Mahomes is sitting there, dude. I mean, he's a straight baller. The stuff that he can just pull out of his ass and fucking
do
with the football is ridiculous. Travis Kelce, you got a guy that's sitting there, dude, that's from an eye view without looking at any charts of weight, what he's doing in weights or how much he weighs and all this other stuff. You got a dude that you could sit there and he can block a 300-pound defensive end, go out and catch a ball, and then you could even throw out there into like a wideout if you really wanted to and all that stuff. Like, my point that I'm getting at with all that is, if you have one of your guys that is sitting there doing good for your business, who's getting up there, and not in age as like Tom Brady was, but getting up there into age where, he's still going to be playing the game, but he's going to want to settle down in other aspects. You got to pay that man that respect, dude. Two-time Super Bowl champion, all that stuff. Him and Mahomes are sitting there breaking records together as a duo, very Tom Gronk-esque. But, like, that's the problem with all that stuff. And that to be honest with you, like, I know this is supposed to be sports talk, but here we are, full blast Taylor Swift now. But, you hear about this shit that's going on over there in Brazil with her ass right now, bro?
Yeah.
She fucking that poor girl, dude. She
Yeah,
ended up
dude.
dying because they weren't handing water out, or they wouldn't let them bring their own water, and they were charging some absurd price for the water that Taylor Swift like literally took like moments like out of her show to sit there and have like throw water bottles to the crowd. She tried having security do it, and I guess security didn't do it, and like I guess it was like equivalent to like 120 degrees Fahrenheit or something like that at the concert.
Yeah.
And this 23-year-old girl, she got home she was at the concert, got home, and she died. And Taylor canceled the show. And outside, there were shootings, rioting, and like they found out what hotel she was, like they were searching for the hotel she's at. Like it's fucked up. And the thing that I found out too with all of it was you can't not do the show because it would be a breach of contract.
Mm-hmm.
So that day that she was supposed to do it, she had to reschedule it. So she's still got to go back.
Yeah,
Or not go back. She's probably going to still be there, but like she's got to go back to, back to the venue to sit there and perform and all that shit, man. Like, I like to think that I got a lot on my plate, with still figuring out adulting and post college, and still having that kid kicking me where I want to do some fun shit with my friends, but like
be able to sit
I can
down.
only imagine
what they go through.
Yeah, I couldn't fucking imagine what their like day to day is, like what their relationship. Like they looked happy as fuck in Argentina and all that other crap. It's just like the bottom line with everything, without the fucking rambling. Dude is a good dude.
Yeah.
He's a good chick. He's had a shitty fucking. She had a fucking shitty rap.
Yeah, she got a bad record.
With a bunch of fucking British assholes.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Huh?
What the fuck you say?
She has a bad record, yeah.
No. But at the end of the day, like, I think what Travis wants is exactly what she is, and I think what she's always wanted is exactly what Travis is.
Yeah,
so I think at the end of the day, I think that's a match made to heaven across the board.
Yeah, like they're pretty good. Like they're pretty good for each other.
Football should be football.
Yes, I don't want to see.
Hopefully they're called on 1st and 10. I will say that.
Mm-hmm.
But whose fault is that? That's the NFL.
Exactly.
That's not Travis's fault. That's not her fault.
So NFL, fix your
That's
fucking
the way
shit.
I look at it.
NFL, fix your fucking shit. Last thing I will say about Taylor Swift.
Stop fucking using freebies, bro.
Last thing I will say about Taylor Swift, then we can move on to this, because I will keep on dissing Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift, you're her, and it's alright. You keep doing you. You keep doing all your concerts to get the money. And I saw they actually gave money back to one of your film crew, which was pretty sweet. I was like, oh, good job, Taylor. Like, you ain't, like, I ain't a full hater. But I think you just need to tell your fan base to just lay off and, just do you. That's all I can say. And all the Swifties out there, I have a couple friends that are Swifties. I would just like to say that you guys are what's wrong with the fucking world, because you guys are so fucking annoying. But anyway, that's besides the point. So that's all I want to say. That's all I want to say about the Taylor Swift thing, because she ain't a 10. I can't believe that you said that she's a 10. Are you serious? A 10.
Fucking perfect, dude. I had a fucking poster of her in my locker room.
No, you did not.
Leave me alone.
No, you did not.
You leave her alone. Yes, I did.
Oh my god. You're fucking insane.
You leave Queen T alone. You're lucky. After all them fighting words, you're lucky I'm here in Champaign and not in fucking Indy whooping your ass right
Dude,
now.
and I
That's what the fuck
and I
you
get
see
and I
right now,
guarantee
motherfucker.
yeah, and I guarantee you, one, you wouldn't win. Two, dude, Taylor Swift. Come on, dude. Come on. Oliver, she's just so annoying. Her laugh is annoying. She can't walk right. She's just. I think really the problem is just her fan base for me. Her fan base are just annoying, and it is also the social media. Like if there was no social media happening, I would probably have no problem with her. But since we live in a social media world, and we only see the bad shit, nobody ever wants to post the good shit. Other than like sometimes you'll see them looking cute, and I'm like, oh look at them. That I wouldn't mind seeing, not when they score a 99-yard touchdown, and I want to see him, and I want to see one of the football players fucking celebrate. I don't give a fuck if he's twerking. I don't want it to be cut to Taylor Swift clapping like this. Oh my god, oh. No. Looks like a fake-ass fucking fan. She don't even know what a fucking football field is. They're fucking dumbass. Alright, anyway.
Well, to sit here and close this topic up, New Heights podcast and Taylor Swift. If we ever make it big, which I probably don't think we will.
I would love to talk to you guys.
He said all that shit. Wherever you are. I don't know if you're up or are you up or down?
I'm sideways.
You're up here?
I'm
You're sideways. You're
I'm
that way.
that way.
Yeah, that way. That motherfucker, you don't need to have on, man. We can still be friends. I fight for y'all. This motherfucker, he don't gotta be invited to the party, man. But just make sure, that's the problem. This guy, we're good.
But I will give you content. I guarantee that I will give you content, and you will have a ball if either of us were on your fucking podcast. So you know what? It's fine. If you want to invite us, but you only want to invite him, by all means. Just know on Twitter, I'm on your ass. I don't give a fuck. I'm on your ass. And I am trading off of my fantasy. You are done. I don't give a fuck. But anyway, next to our other topic, we're going to play like a little mini game that I set up. It's going to be called Blind Ranking. So basically, it's 5 things. It's going to go into order 1 through 5. And you're going to rank which one's like the best and which one's the worst. You're not going to know what it is. So whatever you say is going to be locked onto that number. So like, let's say, for example, we're doing what is the best sport? You're going to say, let's say you put football. Let's say that I say football. You're going to put that as number 1. If you put that as number 1, that stays as number 1 throughout your whole ranking. You understand? All right. So first, blind rank of the day is going to be fast food, because I know you love your food, Delphi. And so the first one, 1 through 5, McDonald's. Where are you going to rank that at? You gotta love it. McDonald's is pretty good. Even though they raised the prices because of inflation. Can't get a fucking McChicken for $1 anymore.
Oh, I put that at a 2.
At 2? Okay.
You can't go wrong, dude, with going and grabbing Mickey D's and eating your fries on the way home, dude. This is not my thing.
Yeah, the fries are top tier. The second one is going to be Wendy's. Where would you put that at? You already got number 2.
3.
At 3? Ooh, okay. Next one, Hardee's.
Fucking 5.
The next one.
Eating that dog shit.
What's wrong with Hardee's?
College,
dude, stop it, dude. Hardee's?
Fucking $5.
Nah,
box,
dude.
bro.
Nah, dude. Me and Blake, we would go to fucking Hardee's. We would go to Hardee's like 1 o'clock in the morning, or like even later than that, and we would get.
Because that was all that was open over there, dude.
What?
The fucking burgers.
Blame the
these,
fucking town.
Breakfast sausage patties and shit, dude. Fuck that.
But dude, no, Hardee's hits, dude.
No way.
I love me some Hardee's. They're expensive, but their burgers are pretty fucking nice. And the next one's gonna be Dairy Queen. So you have number 1 and you have number 4, and you have Dairy Queen. So where are you gonna put that as?
Oh, I'm gonna go number. I'm gonna go number one.
Wow. All right. So that
I think I
means
know what the last. I think I know the last one that you're gonna say, and I think it'll fit.
you think so?
Don't say it.
I don't think they know. So far you have Dairy Queen as number 1, McDonald's, Wendy's, and your number 4 is gonna be Culver's. Number 4 for Culver's, and then number 5 was Hardee's. Yeah, you kind of did bad there. Me personally, my goal is on here. First of all, I'm a big Burger King. Burger King, if you want to endorse this podcast, I would gladly accept. I don't care. You can give me $1 for every time that I say Whopper, 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 Whopper. I fucking know your commercial by heart. I love you. I love you, Burger King. If you guys don't know what Burger King is, trust me, it is the best burgers in town. It is better than McDonald's. It is better than every fast food that there is. But me, my number 1 would be Burger King, but that's not on the list. My number 1 would probably be McDonald's, just because I do fuck with McDonald's that much. Like, I love their double quarter pounders. The chicken sandwiches, and I eat about like 6 McChickens on one sitting, so I love that. My number 2 would probably be Wendy's. No, I lied. Number 2 would probably be Hardee's, just because, like, dude, their burgers are fucking good. I don't know why you're tripping, and their fries are pretty decent. Number 3, I would probably do Dairy Queen, just because Dairy Queen Butterburgers, they're pretty damn good, and they got ice cream as well. And then I'll put Culver's as number 4. Like, I like Culver's, and their Butterburgers are good too, but it doesn't hit the same way. Like, their meat, I don't like it as much as I like the others. And then, what did I say? And then Wendy's number 5. I don't like Wendy's that much. Their Baconator is not a fucking Baconator. I got that shit, and I thought it was supposed to be a fat-ass burger. That motherfucker was like that. They need to make their Baconator a hell of a lot bigger. And then they have the audacity to make the Baconator like this, and then to make the Junior fucking like that. Like, that's like, no. It needs to be fucking as big as Hardee's. If that burger was as big as Hardee's burgers, it would probably be my number 1. But that is my list. That was kind of bad for you, DeFoss. Can't believe that you would put Culver's as number 4. Even though that, I'm pretty sure you went to Culver's a lot more times than you would go to any of these places down where college we came from. Bless you. Next one, and the final one. I only did 2 for today. Debating if I want to do 3 or not, but we're going to be doing 2. Is video games. And it's gonna be like all time video games more so. So like if I say FIFA, you could do like FIFA 1, FIFA 2, any FIFA game. So like if I say 2K, it doesn't need to be like 2K10, 2K17.
FIFA.
Fuck
FIFA.
you. Viva la Mexico!
FIFA.
So 1 through 5. Here we go. First one up. Madden. We're going to put that in, huh? It is. I started you off with a good one. Love me some Madden.
Are you doing sports games or are you doing games in general?
Just games in general. Video games. So what are you going to put?
Madden at 3.
Oh! Really? At 3? You might have tweaked.
I mean, I don't know what your list is going to consist of and shit, but
yeah, you're right. But all right, your next one is going to be UFC.
fucking 5.
You don't like UFC? It's probably because you're bad at it, huh?
I played it like 3 times. I'm sure I could get into it if I bought it, but it was just never. It was never on my list.
Okay. The next one is going to be Mario. So are you going to put it under Madden? Yeah, are you going to put it under Madden?
I'll probably put that at 4.
4? Okay, so far you have 3.
So got 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, 3, 4, 5. So here's your number 1 or your number 2. Halo.
fucking hate Halo.
But you don't know what I'm gonna say.
I used to put that at my number 2.
You want to know what your last one is? So
What?
So your number 5 was what was it? Your number 5 was, you said UFC. Then your number 4 was Halo. And then you said Madden. And then you said Mario. And your number 1 is going to be Call of Duty. You did good. I think you did good. I debated about putting like Zelda or like really screw you over, but I chose like just basic games. So here would be my order. My number 1 would be Madden because I'm a big pro. Just like, you know, actually, speaking about Madden, I'll post a little snippet of when me and you face each other, and I put you on my YouTube channel, and I embarrassed you in front of my viewers. I'll show us a little snippet there.
Bubble! Let's go! Aaron Donald!
That is such bullshit.
Donald! Let's go!
No way, dude!
Yes way! Yes way! Yeah.
That's garbage.
So as you can see, you were very angry that day. You were very mad. Then my number 2 would probably be Call of Duty, just because like Call of Duty is great. Now that they have zombies as backup, I can't wait to fucking play that. I'll tell you what. And then my number 3 would probably be Halo. I was a big Halo fan, but they kind of fell off. I was more with the story mode, and right now the story, I don't know. I just don't like how the story is going right now. And then it would be Mario, then UFC. I never liked UFC. It was a bit hard for me to play. And I forgot whose house I went, but me and Blake went to this party. And one of the moves that I think Blake was doing was literally just kicking. All he did was just push one button, just kick the whole entire time, and he ended up breaking the other player's leg every single fucking time, no matter who he had you playing against. Kept on breaking his leg. I was like, that's stupid. There's no point. I don't like those type of games because you can just spam one move. And I am not a person who cheats. I never cheat at any video games. I don't cheat at all. I play by the rules. Because I am a real man.
Mm-hmm.
I am a real man. You will never see me. There's no clip out there that shows me cheating off or anywhere.
Full of fucking shit.
I don't think so. But how do you like the new Call of Duty? I do want to talk about the new Call of Duty, though. How do you like the new Call of Duty? What's your opinion? Because I haven't played it yet.
I don't know if it was worth the money.
Worth the $70 off of just because
You were sitting there paying for an update. You're not really paying for another game. Like, the nostalgia that you get from playing the old maps is great and all that shit, but
yeah.
I mean, other than that, I mean, the bottom line is what are you to do?
Exactly.
If you sit there and you don't get it, everyone else is going to get it, and then you're going to be sitting there in a party doing absolutely fucking nothing. So,
Yeah,
might as well get it and roll with the punches.
Exactly.
That's the way I look at that.
Because I got confused because I looked it up, and it said I already had the game. I was like, that's cap. So then I had to like do more search. And I was like, oh, it's this one. It was that cross bundle shit. And I was like, $70. And then there was like a Vault edition. I think that's like an add-on pack, and that's like $40. I was like, oh my god. But a little updates just for right now, just for the hell of it. So obviously, me and DeFoss are in a fantasy league. We're getting near towards the end of our podcast, but I want to talk a little bit about our fantasy. Right now, as number 1, we have my brother. His record is 7-3. DeFoss is number 2. He's 7-3. Lee is gonna be 6-4. Moose is 6-4. I'm 5'5", but that's only because my first week, Kelsey and another motherfucker did not play. And also, Kelsey, revert back to Taylor Swift, you fucked me over. And then I have Jefferson and all my running backs injured. My whole lineup is injured. And because this man right there decided to draft every running back in the fucking league. every single running back. And I don't want to do trades. I don't know about you, DeVos, but I can't trade anybody. Because if I trade one person, I will be screwed. If I trade Kelsey, I have to at least get a decent tight end and then another wide receiver. So, like, right now, I haven't traded anybody to anybody other than, like, my other running backs. And I got Mixon, and that helped me out. Thank God for fucking Mixon. And then we got Blake coming in as number 6, 4'6". He's a bum. He's pretty bad at the game right now. I'm facing him in fantasy right now. And then we got another friend, Logan. He's 4'6". And we have another friend, Nate. And he is 1-9. So, it's going not pretty good for him. And right now, I'm beating Blake 34-22. DeFoss, Mark might have sold. You're probably going to beat Mark. That's going to suck because I need you to lose. But fantasy, it pisses me off. It pisses me off, dude. One, because of injuries. I can't help that. But I could, like, the only thing I could really say is, like, bro, like, Travis Kelce, like, dude, you're supposed to give me 20 tops. These last 2 games, you've been giving me under 11. Who else? Like, Keenan Allen. One game, he's been giving me, like, 40 bombs, 30 bombs everywhere. He's been lighting it up. And when I needed him the most, he sold the hell out of me so bad. So last week he dropped 40. Other week he dropped 15, 14, 9. It was week 7. He gave me 9 points, and it was against a fucking bum-ass team. It's just, I can't, like, it's crazy to me to where, like, the top players, you expect them to give you as much fantasy points as possible, and they just don't perform. So I don't know what, like, your view is it on fantasy. Like, if you had to change anything about fantasy, what would you change?
Nothing.
Well, that's because you're winning.
I think. Well, I mean, it's hard being the best, but besides the point.
Sorry, being the best.
I mean, a lot of it, you have to sit there. You have to do your research. Like, a lot of people sit there and, like, they go off of, like, you know, the obvious, which is just, like, what players did, you know, last season, and, you know, most times it's true. I mean, to an extent, especially the big guns like CMC and, you know, Devontae and, you know, Mahomes and all that other stuff. Like, but I think it's more, you got to look more at, like, you know, how these guys are, like, performing in camp. Like, back in the day, my favorite show to watch. What?
Sorry, it was a TikTok. Back in the day, me and you, baby, we like to have fun.
Sick, dude. Sick.
All right, good.
Anyway. Back when I was still living in Decatur, when I was living over at Timber Cove, I had gotten Hulu and I got all the sports packages and stuff. This is before Hulu charged an arm and a leg for everything now. But I used to watch FS1 with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. I mean, they broke up. Undisputed is still a thing, but I mean,
yeah,
the dynamic is different. They got more people in there, and I like the one-on-one.
Yeah,
like sitting there and hearing like Shannon Sharp and him and Skip go in depth about like guys at training camp and stuff, like, you know, when Baker Mayfield was going through all the stuff that he was going through, and, you know, the Cowboys and all these other things. Like, So, something about like how camp goes, how the attitude is, and like obviously if guys are, you're sitting there, they're good route running, all that other crap, they're staying healthy, they're taking care of their bodies. Like the bottom line is, it's very cliche and simple things to say. It's about just taking care of your body after taking the beating that it's going to do, you're going to take. Sitting there going through grueling weeks of camp, going straight into, getting the equivalent of hit by a fucking car, every Sunday, couple Mondays, and a Thursday. Like, I mean, you just gotta, you gotta study. You gotta research and all that stuff. Now,
it is true.
For fantasy and all that other stuff, I wish, like, I don't know, maybe, like, they could do something like with the point system or something like that, or maybe they could sit there and do, like, a different setup. I mean, I haven't had an issue with anything. The biggest issues that I think are, what I think would be cool with the kickers and stuff is like, obviously you got field goals and PATs and all that jazz, but like, to sit there and like give additional points to the kicker for the kicker position if you guys use one, because I'm in a league without one and it's crazy. But to sit there and have wherever the yardage is that the kicker is going to sit there and try and kick a field goal, like have the yardage, if he makes it, like add up to a certain amount of points or something. Because I feel if you did that, I feel like the kicking position isn't going to screw you over a couple games a year where you're sitting there, your guys have balled out like a motherfucker, and then this dude's got a kicker that's going to sit there and kick 2 field goals on a Monday night, and that's how you lose. Like,
Yeah.
I think it eliminates that. It gets you more points. I mean, it's probably stupid, but I mean, like I said, I really haven't had much of a problem with how they do it and stuff. But we still got what is it? Week 10. We got 7 games still, something like that.
Yeah.
We got 7 games left, so we'll see where the fuck that all goes. But
Yeah, I would say though
split
that,
up and change topics.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Well, I was
Go
gonna say that, like, one thing I wish they could change is because right now I have 3 injured players. I wish that if they're injured, they could just up the injury reserve more than just 1, because that doesn't do shit to me. Because I don't want to drop my guys. Because I don't want to drop my guys later on. You guys pick them up when they become healthy again, and then I'm fucked off of 2 of my main guys. Like, imagine me dropping Jefferson because he was hurt. Granted, he's not playing this week, but he's supposed to be good next week, but he's been gone for the past 4 fucking weeks. But one of you guys could have picked him up rather this week or a couple weeks ago, and that would have screwed me. That's the only one thing that I wish that they could change. Just more IR, injury reserve spots, so that way I can add other fuckers in there. That's what I would want. You don't gotta add a flex, just give me an option. If my guys are hurt, let me replace them. It's so stupid. It's stupid. And that's why I lose in my games.
I agree with that. But to sit here and change up topics, so obviously we've hit a bunch thus far for the content today.
Decent amount.
Talked about video games. We've talked about the NFL. We've talked about Taylor Swift. We've talked about video games again. Did our little mini game. Hopefully you guys, when you see this, you kind of are getting a feel about who we are, what we're interested in, all that stuff. But a big part of, 1, why the podcast is named what it is, and 2, one of the main reasons why we started this in general is life in college and life out of college now. I'm more than a couple years out now. Nate just graduated not too long ago. Let's say we'll round up, call it a year now.
Probably. That's what it almost feels like.
Mm-hmm. We were both offensive linemen over at our school.
And I should have been a D lineman. Because I was whooping your ass when I was...
There's no film of you whooping my ass, son.
Dude, if I could log it back to the huddle, I guarantee you, dude. I wish we can. Because there are, like, funny clips of us, like, with you and Ken. Whenever you guys would double team me, dude, I fucking loved it. I love that, dude. I loved it so much. Just messing with you guys on the line. Oh, and then I would
go as far to say that a lot of the times that we had there, you know, obviously it's not necessarily your last go around as a kid. You know, there's still a kid that kicks in you as you get older. You know, I'm turning 26 years old, which is crazy to fucking say.
26?
But, like,
damn, I didn't think about
that. Yeah.
26.
Fucking old as shit.
Damn, I didn't think that you were 3 years older than me. Damn. I thought you were like 2.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, you're making...
I mean, with our birthdays and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, hey, you look 26 is looking good on you. I ain't gonna cap. I mean, look at those
It
muscles.
doesn't feel great.
Look at those arms. Come on.
But,
yeah. Yeah.
But I think that the time period that we spent over there and some of the experiences and the people that we've met that, you know, we still talk to this day, and, you know, some have unfortunately, you know, decided to not necessarily cut ties, but, you know, kind of move on from, you know, college friendship and all that stuff.
Because the decisions what they made.
Would go far to... Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I definitely go as far to say that, you know, it's definitely helped mold us into the adults that we're at. You know, obviously, you know, in one retrospect of, you know, we're talking about a dual topic here of, you know, stuff that we did in college. And, you know, that's one thing you're going to hear here, folks, is, you know, we're going to tell stories about parties that we went to. We're going to talk about stories from the locker room and the field, you know, going on the field, in class, you know, every experience that we can sit there and that we can tell you,
everything
we're going to try and sit there and do.
And trust me, we got a
Whether
lot
it
of
be
stories.
For people that are listening that are still in college, whether it be for people that are still in college or, you know, some of our old teammates and friends, you know, that graduated that want to kind of, you know, sit there and discuss a blast from the past. You know, we're looking to, you know, sit there and share, you know, some of the experiences that some of our former teammates and classmates, and one of the things that Nate and I had talked about when we were doing this was even reaching out to opponents from other schools that we played and friends that went to other universities to hear, you know, what was going on over there, you know. So we have a lot in store, and what we're trying to do is we want to get a lot of guests on here. We want to really sit there and, you know, kind of let everyone in on, you know, what was going around at the time when we were sitting there, you know, at our school, and, you know, how did, you know, people do it over there, all that stuff. You know, it's just, I think it would be a very interesting topic because, you know, you hear about, you know, ASU, and you hear about, you know, some U of I bullshit, ISU, all this other crap.
Yeah, all the rumors.
Smaller schools can show out too. So I think that's going to be a very interesting topic. It's going to be an interesting topic to throw out there. And then obviously now with that being said, for, you know, the college aspect of everything, you know, we are now out. We are adults. We've taken on adult responsibilities. Yes, we are at different points in our lives. You know, he's still sitting there and he's getting everything adjusted. I'm sitting there trying to finish off, you know, what I got to get figured out as a adult now. And let me tell you, I think there's one thing that someone who's going through it now and someone who has been going through it can tell you. It's hard. And I don't think a lot of people sit there and take the time to talk about it.
Yeah,
here, we want to create a space over here to sit there and answer some questions to some things that we may have experienced. We're going to be throwing something out on Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, everything
Twitter,
will be uploaded and said and done. And we'd love to sit there and just throw your questions out. It could be about life. It could be about, girlfriend problems. It could be about boyfriend problems. It could be about school. It could be about work. It could be about football. It could be about anything.
And if you
And,
don't,
we'll sit there and try our best to sit there and give you an answer.
yeah, and if you don't want your name to be out there, like if you want it to be anonymous, when you message us or comment on our videos, if you want to keep it private, you can. I don't know if you want to shoot us if you want to shoot me or him a DM messages. Also, if you want to be anonymous, you could do it like that. If not, then yeah, you could just comment in our videos that we'll be posting on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere across the platforms, to where it reaches everybody. But yeah, just like you said, like we're gonna talk about almost everything, and we got hella stories. And I'm guessing we could disclose. I mean, we could not disclose, but we could talk and say what our school is, right? Because if we're gonna be talking about like other schools coming in, we're gonna be talking about how our school is. Because I know you said before we recorded, like, I ain't afraid of saying anything, and I think a lot of people are gonna see that. I will say anything about the school.
We went to Milliken.
Yeah.
We went to Milliken. There's the fuck you go.
We went to Milliken University. And I even have this.
For those of you that didn't know.
For those of you that didn't know, we went to this place. I saw this is our homecoming sign. Oh, shit. A homecoming sign where we got blown out against Augustana. I forgot what it was, but... But you know what? That was fun. That was a fun game to to be a part of that day. But yeah, man, we're gonna be talking about a lot of things. We got a lot of stories, and I think that you guys are gonna love everything that we're gonna say, because we're gonna cover everything, dude. But yeah, let us know if you got any questions about anything. We're gonna be here. We'll love to take anything. Literally, if you have a question of like, who's the strongest of us two? Like, obviously, it's going to be me. Like, there's no width or doubt about that. What do you guys think? If you got any topics that you want to give us, we could gladly talk about it. Because I tell you what, there's one thing that this podcast that is true, is that we, or at least me, we aren't afraid to speak our mind. We will say what we feel. And, you're gonna like it, or you might not. You might not agree, but it's our point. It's at least my point of view. Like with the Taylor Swift, I know there's gonna be motherfuckers that are not gonna agree with me. I just know it, and I hope, and I want it. I want you guys to come at me. Come at me with all your questions about Taylor Swift. Like why? Ask me why I don't like her. Ask me why I don't think she's a 10. Ask me all of it, please. Give me it. Give me everything that you got, Swifties. I guarantee you, you can't fucking break this guy. You cannot break me down with fucking Taylor Swift. God.
I think the biggest thing on top of all that too is that we wanted to create an environment and atmosphere where, if you got nothing going on and you just want to hang out with the guys, that's what we're trying to sit here and do. Obviously, don't judge us off of our first one. We were kind of nervous and we kind of just freeballed it going into this, because that's the most natural selves that we have here for each other. So
yeah,
I think the biggest thing is when we're sitting there and we're asking for participation, whether it be questions, guests, whatever, it gets 10 times better with your guys' responses, critiquing, questions, wanting to be a guest, if you got a story to tell, whatever, obviously shoot us a message and we can try and work it all in. The moral of the story is that we're not going to be all over the place.
Yeah, no, there's going to be a structure.
We're going to sit there and talk about multiple things.
Yeah, there is.
So
there will be a structure to what we will do. But obviously, this is the pilot, You gotta learn how to fly a plane. You gotta learn how to crash. And right now, I think we're cruising. I don't think we did that bad. Gotta learn. Gotta learn
That was the
what.
dumbest shit I've ever fucking heard come out of your mouth. And you're a dumb motherfucker.
But no, man. If y'all wanna pop up into a podcast, for sure, dude. Just shoot us a message, and we can get you guys on here. We do it on Discord. So if you have Discord, if you don't, get Discord if you want to be in our podcast. It doesn't matter if you be on your phone, but obviously laptop. Like you don't need. As long as you got a camera and a mic, you're pretty golden with me. And you could come on a podcast, so you could join in the conversation that we'll be talking about. See if you guys got any ideas.
We're gonna be shooting our first actual podcast. This is kind of our introductory episode. Tomorrow we're gonna be filming. I think we're going to do questions tomorrow and throw out some topics and stuff. Obviously, you'll probably see it on our social media. We'll be posting it. The episode is getting up and everything. But send your questions, topics. I mean, even if you guys are sitting there and you maybe don't want to be on the podcast, but you remember a story that's worth telling, we can sit there, and as long as you sit there and you type it out, we'll sit there and read.
Yeah, you can write us a book.
I think that, and we'll sit there and tell it for you. But we want to try and sit there and have some fun with this. Crack a couple of cold ones, sit there, relax, laugh, argue. Everything all just kind of built into one thing. But like I said, we're going to get better at this. This isn't our best, so don't judge off of this.
Yeah, trust me. If you thought the stuff that I said, I was trying to look at the camera. If you thought the stuff that I said was bad today, you guys haven't seen the worst yet. Trust me, there is still more to come, and I guarantee you, I have hot topics back to back to back to back. I will keep on going. But it's funny how you said that. You want this podcast to feel like like you just crack a cold one, right? Well, I was thinking, just a little funny idea. If you have a beer around you, that we would chug a beer at the end of every podcast. If you can. If you have a beer with you. If not, then go get a beer.
You're going to make me walk all the way to my fridge.
Yes, I am. I think that's what we should do. Every time that we end a podcast, we will all just chug a beer. All right, we are back. All right, my camera is there. We go. Getting hair in my mouth. All right. So what are you going to be chugging today, DeVos? Coors Banquet.
You don't drink this, you're a pussy.
And this is what I'm going to be drinking today. I got this from Food Market. Limited edition. It is going to be a pumpkin spice beer. Pumpkin Imperial Pumpkin Imperial Pumpkin Ale. And tell you what, this shit is fire. I fucking love this. I got about like 6 of these bitches.
It sounds like fucking dog shit.
No, well, if you like pumpkin spice and you love beer, you're gonna love this drink.
You definitely fucking sit there, dude. You definitely dress up in like fucking like a collared shirt, your fucking dress shorts, and your boat shoes. And you're like, yeah, dude, let's go fucking play some beer dive, bro. Fucking jag off.
Stop it. All right, to the toast for our first podcast completed. We completed our pilots. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you guys. Anything else you want to say to them, DeFoss? What are they? What are we gonna call them? Our fans, for the people that are watching.
Y'all are going to be called the Hogs, but we're going to save that for the second episode to explain that. So
explain it.
Don't get offended, and if you're not offended, just wait till the next one.
If you want to, if you know, you know. Love you guys. Cheers. Bing. See who finishes first, bastard.
It's too cold, dude.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Ain't as good as I once was.
Yeah. Beer don't taste the same anymore. I'm
Ugh,
gonna cry.
that was tough.
Oh, yeah.